The story of Jephthah is found in Judges 11. He was a man of great courage and faith, though his story is also marked by tragedy. Jephthah was the son of Gilead and a prostitute. Because of his illegitimate birth, Jephthah was driven out of his home by his half-brothers, who didn't want him to share in their father's inheritance. Jephthah fled to the land of Tob, where he gathered a group of outlaws and became their leader. Sometime later, the Israelites were oppressed by the Ammonites. The leaders of Gilead realized that they needed a strong warrior to lead them in battle, so they turned to Jephthah, despite previously rejecting him. The elders of Gilead asked Jephthah to return and lead their army against the Ammonites. Jephthah agreed, but only on the condition that if he was successful, he would become their leader. The elders agreed to his terms. Before going to battle, Jephthah attempted to negotiate peace with the Ammonites, sending them a message outlining Israel's right to the land. However, the king of Ammon ignored Jephthah's diplomatic efforts, and war became inevitable. As Jephthah prepared for battle, he made a solemn vow to God: "If you give the Ammonites into my hands, whatever comes out of the door of my house to meet me when I return in triumph from the Ammonites will be the Lord's, and I will sacrifice it as a burnt offering." With God's help, Jephthah led the Israelites to victory over the Ammonites, delivering Israel from their oppression. However, when Jephthah returned home, his only child, his daughter, came out of the house to greet him, dancing and playing tambourines in celebration. Jephthah was devastated, realizing that his vow to God would now cost him dearly. In his anguish, he tore his clothes and said to his daughter, "You have brought me down, and I am devastated. I have made a vow to the Lord that I cannot break." Remarkably, Jephthah's daughter accepted her fate with grace. She asked only for 2 months to roam the hills with her friends and mourn the fact that she would never marry or have children. After the 2 months, she returned to her father, and Jephthah fulfilled his vow to God. The story of Jephthah is a complex one, demonstrating both his faith in God and the tragic consequences of a rash vow. Jephthah's leadership delivered Israel from its enemies, but his story also serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of careful, thoughtful commitments to God.